Shields up, Paladins, and welcome to an Overwatch Hero Guide. As you can tell by the title of this video, I'll be talking to you guys about Brigitte and kind of how I like to use this particular character. So Brigitte is a support role character. She has a base stat of 200 health with a base stat of 50 armor. Now her actual abilities that she has, and the first one that I want to talk about is her passive ability, which is called Inspire. When Brigitte strikes an enemy with her flail, all allies within range are healed over time. So now you must be asking yourself, how much healing are we talking about here? So Inspire gives you 16.67 health per second. The area of effect is a 20-meter radius. Duration is 6 seconds, and the cooldown is 1 second. So, Inspired is triggered by a rocket flail or whip shot, and not shield bash. This does not stack with itself, nor does it heal allies which are behind enemy barriers or surfaces that block line of sight. Also, after 1 second, if Brigitte lands another successful hit, the timer resets. So pretty much what this is saying is that if you see Brigitte, you will get the 16.67 health if you are within the 20-meter radius. If you are not within the 20-meter radius and behind something, you will not get this healing. So, also the duration is 6 seconds. So if I hit, or if Brigitte hits another successful hit, the timer of that 6 seconds will reset, but it does not stack on itself. So it won't go from 6 to 12, it'll just stay at 6 and then keep repeating itself. Her actual weapon is called the Rocket Flail. So Brigitte's melee weapon has an extended range, enabling her to strike multiple enemies with a single swing. So the type, of course, is melee. The damage is a base stat of 35 damage. Its max range is 6 meters. The rate of fire is 1 swing per 0.6 seconds. So, at 5 to 6 meters away, Brigitte's flail has a horizontal range of 3 meters on the side she swings towards and 2 meters on the opposite side. Pretty much self-explanatory. The Repair Pack, which is her first ability that I'm going to talk about. So Brigitte throws a Repair Pack that can heal an ally. Any healing over the ally's maximum health provides him with armor instead. This armor does not get removed. This armor does get removed after some time, if not destroyed. So the healing on this does 150 health, plus it does up to 75 armor over the max health. The projectile speed is 30 meters per second. The max range is 30 meters. The duration is 5 seconds of bonus armor, and the cooldown on this ability is 6 seconds. So the armor gained from the Repair Pack can be stacked. Also, after it being tossed, it will track its target until it either makes contact or the intended target is killed. And the minimum cooldown of this ability is 1.5 seconds regardless of the game settings. So no matter what you're going into or anything like that, the cooldown of this ability is always going to be 1.5 seconds. Her next ability that she has is called the Whip Shot. So Brigitte throws a flail at a long distance, dealing damage and knocking an enemy away from her. So this is of course a linear projectile. The damage is a base stat of 70. The move speed is negative 50%. The projectile speed is 40 meters per second. The max range is 20 meters and the cooldown is 4 seconds. So the whip shot creates a strong knockback around 5 to 10 meters on the target. You can use this to ledge people if you want to, especially on Ilios or anything like that. Or if you're just trying to get away from somebody, you can use the whip shot to knock them back even more and to basically tuck tail and run to get back to your team if you are overextended. Her next ability that she has is called the Barrier Shield. So Brigitte deploys a frontal energy barrier to absorb a limited amount of damage. Now, how much damage are we talking about? Her shield has 500, or a durability of 500. Her healing that she gets from this is regenerates 20% per second after being down for 2 seconds. The move speed is negative 30%, and the cooldown is 3 seconds after being broken. Pretty much the best way I can describe this is think of Reinhardt's shield. Reinhardt puts that shield up, boom, it's there, it'll protect you, plus maybe a little bit of someone that's right behind you, but not too much. You can use this to kind of say, I'm going to put this up, keep me up a little bit longer away from my team to get back to me. Now, with your shield being up, she has an ability called a shield bash. Once her barrier shield is deployed, Brigitte can dash forward to stun an enemy. So now, what this is pretty much saying, that the damage of this shield bash is a base stat of 5%, or base stat of 5. The move speed is plus 470%. The max range is 6.85 meters. The area effect is a 60-degree front cone angle radius. The duration is a 1 second stun, and the cooldown is 7 seconds. Now, the shield bash not only stuns its target that's struck by the shield, but it also inflicts a very small amount of knockback. The shield cannot stun through barriers. If the shield bash interacts with Reinhardt's charge, Doomfist's rocket punch, Ash's bob, or another shield bash, both heroes will get knocked down. The shield bash also ignores Genji's deflect. Now, on top of all that, with the shield bash, there's something else that this shield bash can do. If you're going up against characters that are like Soldier 76, Reaper, McCree, Genji, even if there's a not so smart Fada, you can use this shield bash whenever they're going into their ultimate, and it will actually knock them completely out of their ultimate, so where you can remove that threat and kind of take them out pretty quickly. Now, speaking of ultimates, hers is called Rally. So Brigitte moves faster and provides all nearby allies with armor that lasts until it is removed by damage. So this is the healing on this is 15 armor per 0.5 seconds, and this is up to 100 armor on self and allies. Move speed is 30%. Area of effect is 8 meters. Duration on this is 10 seconds. Armor lasts for about 30 seconds. And the charge required for this for you to pop your ultimate is 2,250. Brigitte passively generates a 1% ult charge for every 4.5 seconds. Now, that's a lot of information I just gave you guys. So, how do I use Brigitte? Overall, Brigitte is a very versatile support hero who I would say specializes in providing armor to allies. But unlike other support heroes, she is one of the few supports that I would say she is a frontline unit who provides protection similar to tanks rather than staying on the back line. So like if you're playing as Lucio or Mercy or Ana, you have to stay pretty much behind everybody, so where you can kind of keep up with them, everything like that. With Brigitte, you do not have to worry about that, because I would say, and the way I like to play her is I like to play her up basically right next to the tank. Even though that she is considered to be a support hero, I like to play her as more of a flex DPS than really an actual support. Of course, I will throw out the repair packs to kind of help keep my team up. Of course, Inspire is constantly going on top of that. So, you know, like the large healing aurora generated by Inspire pretty much makes her the most useful when teams stay together. So if you see a Brigitte on your team, stay next to her. She will keep you up, I promise. So despite her strength in close combat, she has little to no means of harming enemies at a very long range. So Widowmakers, Hanzos, even if you're a decent Ashe shot, or even McCree, she's pretty much useless against that long range. Also, if there's an enemy Sombra and she hacks you, you pretty much have no means of helping your team at that point, nor yourself. You still have your passive ability that will keep giving you health on top of what you're doing, but you cannot put up your shield, you cannot shield bash, you cannot do anything like that. So now, also in this particular video, what I like to do with shield bash is that if I see that no person's around or anything like that, even though it's a 1 second stun, that's 1 second of extra DPS that I can get out on that particular enemy. so that I can use that to my advantage. So I'll usually swing, put up my shield, kind of shield bash, and kill, go back and swing. And so in that short amount of time, I'm trying to regenerate as much health as I can, plus also stun them so I can add that much more DPS on top of that. So all in all, that's how I would say I would use Brigitte. Hopefully I answered a lot of questions, comments, concerns. Hopefully this is a great video for you guys. And as always, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next video.